Hi, everybody from Nelsonville-York High School. Welcome to the Buckeye Baseball Broadcast and Pregame Show presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services and Fred Wolfe Automotive. It's April the 20th, 2026, and we have the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes hosting the Athens Bulldogs. Our director is Joe Higgins. Luke Duncan on camera, and I'm Jim McCumber here on the Nelsonville Media Company.
Yeah, Jim, we've been saying how nice of a day it is for baseball and softball. Well, kind of coming back on us a little bit today. Still a nice day, I mean, as far as sunshine and all of that, but a little more chilly.
Especially when the wind gets to blowing.
Yeah, and I think part of it could be just we've had some really nice warm days, and now this is not, and it feels even more cool. But I think when those batters are up, I think I'd be wearing batting gloves today because it's going to be a little more ting on that bat.
Bulldogs and the Buckeyes here in this baseball game. These two teams already met at Athens. Athens winning that game 5-0 on April the 3rd. Right now, Athens and Wellston tied atop the Ohio division of the TVC in the baseball standings. I believe it was Friday we mentioned that Wellston was 5-0 and first place, and Athens in second place since Wellston had beat Athens. But after that, Vinton County defeated Wellston, so Bulldogs in a first place tie for first.
I believe it's this coming Monday that Nelsonville-York will be playing Wellston.
On the mound today for the Buckeyes, Stevie Blair. And pitching for the Bulldogs will be Liam Kline. Buckeyes coming in at 0-11, looking for their first win on the season, and 0-6 in the Ohio division of the TVC. Athens 7-6 overall, and again 5-1 in league play.
Buckeyes scraped together a number of base runners when we were here last and against Meggs, and just had a problem getting them across the plate. They left the bases loaded twice to end innings. I don't think they ever had a 3-up, 3-down. I think they always had runners out there, but just weren't able to cross the plate as many times. And then defensively, a few untimely errors out there, and that was really kind of the difference of the game. But Coach Stalter said after the game, like, that's more of what he wants to see from his club. So we'll see if it continues here tonight. I guess a really good Athens team too. So
head coach for the Buckeyes, Josh Stalter. He is assisted by Chad Inman. Head coach for Athens, Kyle Lonis, and he is assisted by Cody Sutton, Rick Crossan, Scott Cottrell, and Chris Wise.
Athens, a preeminent team in our area. They are constantly good at baseball. They're good at a lot of sports, but baseball seems to be one of those sports where they just kind of breed them. The Bulldogs are.
And again, always pops in your mind, Fred Gibson.
Yep, absolutely. The late, great Fred Gibson, Gibby, meant so much to this area, and I think he's going to have a lasting impact for a long, long time.
Yeah. He's a great basketball coach and a great baseball coach.
Really cared about the kids, and you're seeing that continue. Again, part of when you can have a successful baseball program like Athens does is that they know that constant care is going to be there, that you're thinking about them, and that, baseball season too is pretty short, given the end of the school year, and it can go longer with tournament play and stuff, but generally speaking, you get a lot of games in a short amount of time, and so you don't have a lot of time with these kids, so every little bit matters, and Athens does a nice job with that. On the flip side, the Buckeyes are a building team. They're a young team, just a few seniors on the club. But you talk about some of their more impactful players. We've got a sophomore on the mound right now, the lefty here, Southpaw, and Stevie Blair. They look to their youth to play, I guess, good minutes, if you will, good innings. And Stevie Blair on the mound today, I think is going to be a good one for this team too.
We saw him pitch against New Lexington, I think, our
Mm-hmm.
first
Yep.
broadcast of the Buckeyes in baseball. So we're about ready to get this game underway. Leading off for the Bulldogs is Luke Pirro. Stevie Blair delivers the first pitch, and this game's underway. It's a called strike.
Starting out the game, catching him looking there on the first strike. On the Fred Wolfe Automotive instant replay.
Pitch to Pirro, and a line shot towards left field. That will fall in front of Levi Sneddon. He gets it in for the Buckeye, so Luke Pirro leads off with a base hit for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good start for Athens.
And now to the plate, Briar Thomas. Briar Thomas, one of the leaders in hits for Athens, has 14 of them. That's high, ball one. It's really a nice evening as long as that wind isn't blowing like right now. Stevie Blair, runner going. Hivner with the throw down, and the runner's in safe. So Luke Pirro with a stolen base for Athens. He's out at second, nobody down.
A little short hop throw on that, but he was going to make it anyway. Speed for days, it seems.
That pitch is a ball. 3-0 the count. Stevie Blair with the 3-0 pitch. And that's ball four. So Briar Thomas heads on down to first, and Bulldogs have him first and second.
So no harm from the stolen base, but now 2-1 with no outs. The number 3 hitter up.
Into the plate now for the Bulldogs, Isaiah Arocho.
Blair will look in and get the signal.
Pitch is a strike. Isaiah Arocho tied with Briar Thomas, who just walked with hits with 14. They each have 14 hits.
Blair looks to be throwing a bit on the outside right now to these right-handed hitters.
Pitch. And a shot to shortstop. And everyone's going to be safe. Cam Sullivan had a little trouble transferring that from the glove to the hand to make the throw.
So a leadoff single, a walk, and now an error brings up the bases loaded for the cleanup.
And it's David Sharp. And that's a ball. Stevie Blair with the 1-0. And that's high, ball two. Bases loaded for the Bulldogs here in the top of the first, nobody out. 2-0 pitch. And that's hit towards left field, but that will be foul.
Got a massive cut on it, though.
Hit it pretty solid, but pulled it just a little bit. 2-1 the count on David Sharp. Two-one from Stevie Blair, and that's a ball. 3-1.
See what Blair likes to do here, because walk would plate the first runner.
David Sharp might be sitting on a fastball here. 3-1 count. And that's ball 4. So David Sharp with a walk and an RBI as the first run of the game crosses the plate for the Bulldogs.
Pretty good discipline shown by Sharp, because that ball didn't miss by much, and he could have took another whack at it and maybe driven in more, but he took the walk, took the RBI, a little bit of an unselfish play there by him.
Bases remain loaded for Mason Sweeney. Mason Sweeney with a home run this year.
Well, Nelsonville-York doesn't need to see that right now. Not with them loaded up.
Of course, the Buckeyes have a force at any base, including home. Blair with the pitch, and that's a strike. Blair in a swing and a miss, 0-2. Stevie Blair quickly ahead. Of course, on 0-2, you don't want anything too good here. And a line shot. That is caught by Kim Sullivan, and they get a double play out at second base.
How about that? Great job by Cam Sullivan. Good reaction, too, by Richardson getting to the bag. Let him turn 2.
So now 2 down for the Bulldogs. Runners at first and third. And Frank Campbell at the plate for the Bulldogs.
Buckeyes had faster reaction than I could switching the cameras.
Throw over to first, runner back. Frank Campbell at the plate for the Bulldogs. He leads the Bulldogs with 5 doubles, and he also leads in RBIs with 9 of them. I don't think there's an easy out in this Bulldog lineup.
No.
Pitch and a shot, and that will be just foul down the third base line.
Third base runner took a duck there. Hey, what'd I do to you?
And that's important, and he obviously leading off for Athens like he should. When you're on third base, you need to stay in foul territory in case that ball does hit you. You don't want to be staying in fair territory.
And Piro's still going to have a talk with him, though. Actually, Piro already scored. Who's out there on third?
I believe that would be Briar Thomas.
There you go, Thomas, yeah.
Frank Campbell to plate for Athens, 2 down. Runners at first and third. Bulldogs up 1-0 here in the top of the first. Stevie Blair. Runner heads to second. The Buckeyes will not make a throw with the runner over at third. So,
yeah, I like that. Let him have the second base. Come get the batter. 2 outs.
Bulldogs with him at second and third, 2 down. Frank Campbell at the plate. 2-1 pitch. And that's a strike. So the count evens at 2-2. Tell you what, if Stevie Blair could get out of this with Athens only scoring 1 run, you'd
take that all day.
Yes. Had the bases loaded, nobody out. And that's popped up, and that will be out of play back behind home plate. Two the count. Frank Campbell at the plate for Athens. Stevie Blair on the mound for the Buckeyes. Pitch. And that's popped up, and that's back behind us, out of play.
Again, a little bit out of our reach.
Again, Frank Campbell to plate for Athens. He is DHing for Liam Kline, who will be pitching for the Bulldogs today at the starting pitcher. Once again, the 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled out of play. Frank Campbell doing a good job of hanging in there.
Yep.
Blair with the pitch and a shot towards center field, and that'll be a base hit. 1 run scores and another run scores. So Athens up 3-0 on the base hit by Frank Campbell.
Well, Campbell earned every bit of that. Kept himself alive with those foul balls and then turned on that one and drove it right into center field to clear the bases for him. Now he'll be out there by himself over at first.
So Frank Campbell with a 2-out single to knock in 2 runs. Now at the plate is Cohen Stalter. Bulldogs with a 3-0 lead here in the first. And that's a ball.
And if you're watching us live, we can see the softball scoreboard from where we're at, and the Bulldogs lead that one 4-0 in the second inning.
Throw over to first. Runner is back. 1-0 count on Cohen Stalter. Bulldogs a runner at first, 2 down. They lead 3-0 here in the top of the first. Stevie Blair with the pitch, and that's popped up towards right field. And the catch is made by the Buckeyes' Landon Nungester. And that will do it for Athens in the top of the first, but they put up 3 runs and lead the Buckeyes 3-0.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades, with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm Dave Loge with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville. Serving clients in Southeast Ohio, I can help you with your Medicare Advantage plan and Medicare Supplement Plan questions and choices. If you're new to Medicare, or if you have questions on your current plan, give me a call. I'm here to help. 753-3376. There's no cost to you for your consultation. The insurance company pays me, not you. Give me a call today. 753-3376.
And welcome back to the Buckeye Baseball broadcast presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. Again on the mound, starting for the Bulldogs, is Liam Kline. He's a sophomore for Athens.
Athens scores 3 in the top of the first inning, and damage could have been worse. Had the bases loaded with no outs, but a nice double play turned by Cameron Sullivan, who caught a line drive, threw it to second to double up the runner, mitigated some of that damage.
And that was a shot hit at Cam
Yeah, it was.
Sullivan. And
Yes, it was.
so the Buckeyes will have Stevie Blair, Walker Stone, and Jackson Woolham here in the first inning, and they're hoping for more. Stevie Blair leads it off. And the pitch is high, ball 1.
Pretty good velocity shown on that first throw.
1-0 pitch by Kline, and that's bounced up there. 2-0. 2-0 pitch to Stevie Blair, and that's a strike, 2-1. Liam Kline, the 2-1, and a ground ball foul down first base side.
Just a little behind, but I think Stevie started to get an eye on the speed. Blair steps back in.
Liam Kline with the pitch, and that's strike 3 call, so 1 down for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time. Came right back at him.
And a good job by Liam Kline. He is down 2-0. He battled back and gets the strikeout. Walker Stone now up for the Buckeyes center fielder. Kline with the pitch, and that's ball 1. One-0 pitch by Liam Kline, and that's a strike. Count evens at 1-1. One pitch, and that's low, I believe, 2-1. Two-one pitch, and it's 3-1.
Walker does a good job. Walker Stone does of working the count. Seen him several times this season. Be very selective.
3-1 pitch, and that's a strike. 3-2. Three-two pitch by Liam Kline, and that's popped up out of play back behind us.
Cleared the cars.
I
think that one went over near the, maybe got it, cleared the fence, made it to the bleachers for the football field.
Once again, the 3-2 pitch, and that's ball 4, and Walker Stone heads on down to first. One out walk for Walker Stone.
Yeah, nice job by Stone, because that hard throwing that whips it in there, that's going to be hard to judge right off the bat, but he felt it was going to be a ball, and he was correct.
Now to the plate for the Buckeyes, Jackson Woolham. Liam Kline now out of the stretch, and he went around, strike 1.
He wanted to swing 90%. The last 10% of it decided otherwise.
And that's a ball, 1-1. Buckeyes with Walker Stone at first base, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Bulldogs up 3-0. Jackson Woolham at the plate. And that's high, 2-1.
Stone can move, but again, the velocity that Kline's throwing with doesn't give him a lot of time to get that lead and take off before it's in the catcher's glove. He's going to try it anyway.
And the third down to second, and Stone is in there.
Nicely done.
David Sharp, the catcher for Athens. Nice throw down there, but Walker Stone able to get the steal. So Stone gets in scoring position. 3-1 to count on the Buckeyes' Jackson Woolham. Kline with the pitch, and
kind of half swung at that one.
And it's caught by the second baseman.
Oh, he made a good play out of it.
That was Briar Thomas. So 2 down now for the Buckeyes and a runner at second. And Cam Sullivan, the cleanup hitter, will bat for the Buckeyes.
It was almost like the swing was a changeup. It kind of died the pop fly. Thomas had to make good play.
Liam Kline, and that's a ball. Cam Sullivan trying to get a base hit here and get the Buckeyes on the board. Kline with the pitch, and that's a strike. Nice curveball.
Yeah, it took something off, and Sullivan knew it. Sullivan's seen it now, though, so we'll see what he does with it.
1-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss. 1-2. One-two to Cameron Sullivan, and that gets away from the catcher, back to the screen, and Walker Stone will head on over to third. Count evens at 2-2 on Cameron Sullivan. Liam Kline on the mound for the Bulldogs. Delivers the 2-2 and a swing and a miss. So that'll do it for the Buckeyes. They leave a runner stranded at third. At the end of 1, Athens 3, Buckeye 0.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. They also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust. Locally owned with a focus on community service, they treat you like family. Call C&J Tax and Financial Services at 740-753-2903. Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family, with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today. Protect what matters with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville, your local trusted agency for home, auto, health, life, and business coverage. Loge Insurance helps families and businesses across the area find the right policies at the right price. You'll find reliable coverage with top carriers and real peace of mind with Loge Insurance. Stop in at the office at 130 West Washington Street or call 740-753-3376. Looking for a place to call home? Farmers Bank offers competitive real estate loans with decisions made locally in Nelsonville. Their team is local, which means they know the community and will help you find the best loan for your new home. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, Farmers Bank is here to guide you through every step of the process. They also understand what it takes to grow a business, and they offer a full range of business loans tailored to meet your needs no matter the size. Build your business together with Farmers Bank and visit them at the Nelsonville Banking Center.
Again, we appreciate all of our sponsors, and
Absolutely.
they allow you to watch games such as this, the Buckeyes and the Bulldogs in a baseball game, free of charge.
Yeah, we get to come here and deliver this to the fans and watch Nelsonville-York athletes do what they do.
Leading off the top of the second is Daniel Heitland, the center fielder for Athens.
Lefty-on-lefty matchup.
Stevie Blair with a pitch, and that's a ball. And that one's playable. Hit over towards third. And Jackson Woolham will pull it in for the Buckeyes. One down for the Bulldogs. Cade Short will now hit for Athens. And that's a strike. And a ground ball hit to second. Zach Richardson delivers it on over to Trevor Boggs, and 2 down for the Buckeyes. Athens now back to the top of the order. Luke Piro will hit for Athens. He had a base hit to lead off the game. Stevie Blair with a pitch, and that's popped up. Stevie Blair calling for it, and he makes the catch. So the Buckeyes put down the Bulldogs 1-2-3 in the top of the second. But again, Athens leading the Buckeyes 3-0.
When you look good, you feel good. So bring out your best at Attitudes and Company in Nelsonville. From bold color and stylish cuts to nails, brows, and all the extras, Attitudes is your go-to salon. Whether it's a quick trim or a whole new vibe, their experienced stylists make sure you leave feeling confident and refreshed. Walk in or book ahead. It's more than a salon, it's Attitudes. Visit on the Nelsonville Square or call 740-753-4434. For honest, dependable auto care, take your vehicle to P&J Auto Service Center in Bookville. Their certified technicians handle everything from routine maintenance to major repairs, brakes, engines, suspensions, diagnostics, and more. Customers count on P&J for straight answers, fair prices, and work done right the first time. Keep your vehicle running strong. Stop by P&J Auto Service Center at 5091 State Route 78 or call 740-753-4149. If you're stuck on the roadside, call the team that shows up fast, Doc's Towing. Whether it's a breakdown, a dead battery, a flat tire, or a late night why won't this start moment, Doc's Towing is ready 24/7 with friendly, reliable service. 753-2227.
Buckeyes 5, 6, and 7 up this inning. Peyton Hivner leading it off for Nelsonville-York. Liam Kline with a pitch and a swing and a miss.
Looks like got under that one a little bit.
Kline with a pitch, and that's low. I believe the count's 2-1. Peyton Hivner at the plate for the Buckeyes. And a ground ball. Shortstop knocks it down, throws to first, and
he is safe.
Peyton Hivner is safe.
Nice job by Hivner.
That'll bring up Levi Snedden to the plate for the Buckeyes.
Watch the replay here, and he did. He beat it by about a step and a half. Good job. Pretty good throw there by Short after stopping the ball and having to come back and get it.
Yes.
Still made a good play on it.
Liam Kline with a pitch and a ground ball towards third. They throw to second to get to Force at second base, a fielder's choice. And 1 down for the Buckeyes, and Levi Snedden replaces Peyton Hivner over at first base. Landon Nungaster to the plate for the Buckeyes. Throw over to first, and good job of the first baseman to knock that down. That is Mason Sweeney.
And Snedden has the glove on his left hand, but he dove in with his right. Wasn't expecting to have to dive in that way.
ball one. Sweeney played that perfectly. You know, if the ball's going to hit the ground in front of you, knock it down. Don't let it get by and try to make a tag on the runner. Main thing is knock the ball down. Two over the count on the Buckeyes. Landon Nungaster. Liam Kline with the pitch. And that's ball three. One down here in the bottom of the second. Athens leading 3-0. Buckeyes with the runner at first. 3-0 count on Landon Nungaster. And a swing and a miss. Liam Kline with the delivery. And that's ball four. So Landon Nungaster heads on down to first base, and Levi Snedden will head to second. Trevor Boggs will be at the plate for the Buckeyes, and the Nelsonville-York first baseman.
See if he can get turned around on one of these pitches. As fast as it comes in, if he hits the sweet spot, it could travel a while.
And that's high, ball one. Liam Kline with the 1-0, and that's a strike. Count evens at 1-1. One pitch, and that's high, ball two. Runners take their lead, first and second. And that's a strike. 2-2 the count.
Guys continue to be selective with Kline, making him work his pitch count, if nothing else.
2-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Two down for the Buckeyes. Again, runners at first and second, and Zach Richardson comes to the plate.
On Friday, he had a single, double, and a triple.
Could use one of them right here.
Yeah.
Kline with the pitch, and that's ball one. Bulldogs up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. One the count. Buckeyes threatening. Runners at first and second. Two down. 1-1 pitch and a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count on Zach Richardson.
He was actually ahead on that one.
Liam Kline. And that strike three call froze him with that curveball.
Yeah. Good pitch.
And the Bulldogs get out of trouble. They hold on to that 3-0 lead as we head to the third inning.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm with David Loge of Loge Insurance based in Nelsonville. Dave, can you help with Medicare Advantage plans or Medicare Supplement plans?
Yes, I can. We can meet at my office, over the phone, and if needed, I can come to you. I'm local and live in the area that I serve.
How much do you charge for a consultation?
No cost to you. The insurance company pays me, not you. Together, we will review your needs and options available to you.
Welcome back to the Buckeye Baseball broadcast presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. Bulldogs will have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Briar Thomas will lead off the top of the third for Athens. He walked the first time up. Briar Thomas, the Bulldogs' second baseman. Stevie Blair, high ball one, begins his third inning of work on the mound for the Buckeyes.
Looked like that may have been a breaking ball that didn't break. It just kind of hung up there.
1-0 pitch. And that's a shot to left field, and Levi Sneddon will back up some, and he pulls it in for the catch. 1 down for the Bulldogs.
Nice catch. Nicely done. Levi Sneddon on the Fred Wolfe Automotive instant replay.
To the plate for the Bulldogs, Isaiah Arocho. He leads the Bulldogs in batting average with a .341 batting average. And a shot towards left field. Right there's Levi Sneddon.
Right,
Makes the catch.
He had to move a little bit for that last one. For that one, didn't have to move much at all.
So quickly 2 out for the Bulldogs, and the cleanup hitter, David Sharp, comes to the plate. He walked, and that forced in a run for Athens. So he got an RBI, first time up.
Yeah, it was real discipline on that play, on that walk for the RBI too. See now without the runners out there what he can do to damage it.
And a shot, but that will be fouled down the third base line. That softball score now, say 10-1 Bulldogs.
10-1 in the third, yep.
Stevie Blair with the 1-1, 2-1 now the count.
Just a little high.
2 out, nobody on for the Bulldogs. Here in the top of the third, they lead the Buckeyes 3-0. David Sharp at the plate, and that is hit right over us, and that will be out of play. Trying to snag it with your hat.
I really wanted that souvenir. A little outstretch of the hat grab, though. Next time.
2-2 the count on David Sharp. Stevie Blair with a pitch and a ground ball to short. Cam Sullivan knocks it down, throws to first, and the runner will be safe. So 2 down and now 1 on for the Bulldogs, and Mason Sweeney comes. Mason Sweeney at the plate for Athens. Stevie Blair throws over to first, runner back, David Sharp. And the runner off. Swing and a miss. Throw down towards second. And throw gets away. And so David Sharp will head on over to third.
Free base. You earned the first one. We got the second one free.
Two 2-1 to count on Mason Sweeney. Runner at third, 2 down. And it's 3-1 now. 3-1 pitch. And that's ball 4. Mason Sweeney with the walk. Now Frank Campbell to the plate. He had a base hit and 2 RBIs his first time up. Runners at first and third, 2 down. Runner going, throw down. Zach Richardson takes the throw. Runner holds at third, so they have him at second and third. The Bulldogs do here in the top of the third inning. They lead 3-0. 2 down in the inning. And Frank Campbell at the plate. 1-0 the count. And a shot. And Levi Snedden calls for it and and he dropped the ball in foul territory. I didn't see it come out, but I don't know if that sun could be given.
Yeah. I mean, it could be from that angle.
An issue. Good hustle also by Cam Sullivan.
Yep.
Getting all the way over there from short. And that's a ball.
Yeah, not missing by much when he tries that breaking ball, but it doesn't quite have the same curve to it that he would like.
The pitch of Stevie Blair, and that's popped up on the infield. Cam Sullivan makes the catch.
Oh, almost overran it, but he got to it.
So we head to the home half of the third inning. The Bulldogs lead the Buckeyes 3-0.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. They also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust. Locally owned with a focus on community service, they treat you like family. Call C&J Tax and Financial Services at 740-753-2903. Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today. Protect what matters with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville, your local trusted agency for home, auto, health, life, and business coverage. Loge Insurance helps families and businesses across the area find the right policies at the right price. You'll find reliable coverage with top carriers and real peace of mind with Loge Insurance. Stop in at the office at 130 West Washington Street or call 740-753-3376. Looking for a place to call home? Farmers Bank offers competitive real estate loans with decisions made locally in Nelsonville. Their team is local, which means they know the community and will help you find the best loan for your new home. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, Farmers Bank is here to guide you through every step of the process.
Liam Kline about to begin his third inning of work for Athens on the mound.
Looking to protect a 3-0 lead, and the Buckeyes have the top of the order back up.
Stevie Blair will lead it off for the Buckeyes. He took strike 3 first time up. And that's low, ball 1.
Buckeyes look to have gotten another back in the softball side of things. They trail 10-3 in the third now.
Pitch Kline, and that's low, ball 2. Kline with the 2-0 to Blair. And a swing and a miss, 2-1. And that's strike 2 call, 2-2.
Right at the knees.
2-2 pitch. And that's ball 3. Count goes full. Liam Kline with the full count pitch. And a line drive right at the first baseman. And he pulls it in and gets the out. Again, that's Mason Sweeney over at first for Athens. A nice play.
Yes, it was.
Hard hit by Stevie Blair. One down for the Buckeyes, and now Walker Stone steps to the plate.
And it looks like the softball team's got another run on the board. 10-4 now the score. And still in the third.
And that's a strike on the first pitch to Walker Stone.
A bit of slider action, it looked like.
Liam Kline with the 0-1. And the count evens 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Two pitch. And that's
Ooh.
strike 3 call.
Looked a bit high, but said it was right at the top of the zone, I suppose. 2 outs now for Nelsonville-York as Wolfe comes to the plate.
He popped out to second base first time up. And that's a ball. And ball 2.
A little extra on that one. Pop of the glove.
Two 0 pitch. And it's 3-0.
See whether Wolfe has the green light here. Or imagine he'll probably be taken with 2 outs. Try to get a base runner.
And that's a ball. So Jackson Woolen draws the walk and heads on down to first. The Buckeyes with 2 out, runner at first. And Cam Sullivan to the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Buckeyes. Liam Kline with the pitch. And a shot. That's a base hit between third and short. So the Buckeyes have him at first and second, 2 down.
I like the aggressiveness we see out of Sullivan on that play. Didn't wait for his pitches, just kind of took the first one he really liked and drove it.
And a lot of times the best pitch you see is
Yep.
that first one.
Yep.
Pitchers wanting to get ahead in the count. At the plate for the Buckeyes, Peyton Hivner.
Beat out that play at first last time.
And that's a strike. First and second for the Buckeyes. 2 down. Bulldogs up 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Liam Kline with the pitch. And that's a ball. 1-1 the count. And that's a ball. William Kline with the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Count evens at 2-2. Peyton Hivner at the plate for the Buckeyes. 2-2 count. Pitch. And that is a foul ball down the first base line. Count remains at 2-2. 2 out. Buckeyes with 2 on. Pitch to Hivner, and he fouls it back, hanging in there. Two-two pitch, and that's ball 3. It gets by the catcher, but the runners do not move up. So they'll stay at first and second. It went back to the screen. Count full. Kline with the pitch. And that's hit the second base, and he snags it. Good catch once again by Briar Thomas. The Bulldogs get out of trouble. Their lead over the Buckeyes. 3-0 as we head to the 4th inning.
When you look good, you feel good, so bring out your best at Attitudes in Nelsonville. From bold color and stylish cuts to nails, brows, and all the extras, Attitudes & Company is your go-to salon. Whether it's a quick trim or a whole new vibe, their experienced stylists make sure you leave feeling confident and refreshed. Walk in or book ahead. It's more than a salon, it's Attitudes. Visit on the Nelsonville Square or call 740-753-4434. That's 740-753-4434. You can make an appointment there. If you're stuck on the roadside, call the team that shows up fast. Doc's Towing. Whether it's a breakdown, a dead battery, a flat tire, or a late night, why won't this start moment, Doc's Towing is ready 24/7 with reliable, professional service. They handle cars, trucks, and light-duty towing with the care your vehicle deserves. Save the number, Doc's Towing, 740-753-2227, the help you can count on when you need it the most. For honest, dependable auto care, take your vehicle to P&J Auto Service Center in Bookville. Their certified technicians handle everything from routine maintenance to major repairs, brakes, engines, suspensions, diagnostics, and more. Customers count on P&J for straight answers, fair prices, and work done right the first time. Keep your vehicle running strong. Stop by P&J Auto Service Center at 5091 State Route 78 or call 740-753-4149.
Stevie Blair back on the hill for the Buckeyes.
Score remains 3-0 in favor of the Bulldogs, who did all their damage in the first inning.
Bulldogs will have 7, 8, 9 up. Cohen Stalder will lead it off. He flew out to right field the first time up.
Was 7, 8, and 9 in order last time? 3 up, 3 down?
Yes, it was in the second inning.
Yep. Softball game is still in the 4th inning and remains 10-4 as well. I just said that. Now it's 11-4. I jinxed them.
Cohen Stalder leading it off for Athens here in the top of the 4th. Stevie Blair on the mound for the Buckeyes. Pitch, and that's a strike.
Good throw.
No 1 pitch. That's fouled back. So Stevie Blair quickly ahead, 0-2.
Head of that one and caught the very bottom of it.
And that's low. 1-2.
Pretty good waist pitch there. See if he can swing at it. It was in the dirt.
Stevie Blair, 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. One down for the Bulldogs here in the fourth.
Nicely
Cage
done.
short.
On the Fred Wolfe Automotive replay, you see strike 3 for Stevie Blair.
Pardon me, Daniel Heitland at the plate for Athens.
He bunts.
And that's a
Yeah,
pretty
that's a
good
good
one. He's
one.
going to be safe. Buckeyes won't even make a throw. Nice bump
job.
by Daniel Heitland.
Good work.
Daniel Heitland on at first base. One down and Cade short to the plate. He grounded out to second base first time up.
Not sure who it was in the Bulldog dugout, but he was pretty aghast that Heitland batted apparently with his bat. He said, "Did you just bunt with my bat?" He was not happy about it as he laughed it off.
Strike call. Heitland still second. 1-1 the count to Cade short. Third to second, runner back. And another throw down by the catcher. 2-1 to count on Cade short. One down for the Bulldogs here in the top of the fourth. They lead 3-0. They have a runner at second, and that's fouled off. Runner was going to third, but he'll head back after the foul ball. Heads back to second.
Had a pretty decent lead.
Two the count on Cade short. Pitch, and that's low, ball 3. Stevie Blair with the pitch and a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Runner being sent home. Walker Stone with the throw. Run scores. Throw down to second, not in time. Nice hit by Cade short right up the middle, and he knocks in a run for the Bulldogs. And Athens now leads 4-0 here in the fourth. So base hit and an RBI for Cade short.
Yep.
And back to the top of the order for Athens, Luke Pirro at the plate. Had a base hit the first time up. Pitch, high ball 1 out here in the fourth inning for Athens. Runner at second. Stevie Blair with the 1-0, and that's a strike. 1-1. One pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Good change of speed.
Blair with a pitch and a shot to right field. That's a base hit.
He's going home.
And he's in there. So the Bulldogs lead 5-0 as Cade Short scores. Luke Pirro with a base hit and an RBI.
Short came around third and checked over into the right field. Didn't see a lot of urgency on the play, so he just took off.
Briar Thomas to the plate for Athens. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Last time he flied out to left field. Walked the first time up. Blair with a pitch, a swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
Runner going. Throw down, not near in time. So the Bulldogs with a runner at second, one down here in the top of the fourth. They lead 5-0. 2-1 the count on Briar Thomas.
Feels like they've had more stolen bases than base runners. Running all day.
And that's popped up. And Zach Richardson at second base makes the catch for the Buckeyes. 2 down for the Bulldogs. To plate now for Athens, Isaiah Arocho. He had a line shot that was caught by Levi Snedden out in left field last time up.
Yeah, he turned it right on it and then didn't have to move much for it.
Stevie Blair with the first pitch and up the
Chopper.
middle. Cam Sullivan makes a play, throws to first, and throw pulls the first baseman, and the Rocho is safe. Another run scores for Athens. And the Bulldogs lead 6-0. David Sharp to the plate for the Bulldogs, the Athens catcher. Had a base hit last time up. Swing and a miss.
Update on Buckeye softball. The Nelsonville-York has scored a couple more runs there. They've got 6 on the board next to Athens 11. We're trailing 10-1, I believe.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Looks like the softball game is in the 5th inning.
Mm-hmm.
The 0-2 pitch for Stevie Blair. And that's fouled back. Runner was off to the races, but he'll head back to first on the foul ball. Bulldogs put up 3 here in the top of the 4th. They lead 6-0 now. 2 down, runner at first. And that's high, ball 1. 1-2 the count to David Sharp.
Another run crosses the plate for Nelsonville-York softball. 11-7 in the 5th. Kind of good that we can see both games going here as far as the score.
And a swing and a miss.
Oh, strike him out, throw him out.
So that'll do it for Athens here in the 4th inning. They score 3 times, though, in the 4th inning. They lead 6-0 now as we head to the home half of the 4th.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm with Dave Loge of Loge Insurance here in Nelsonville. And Dave, is there a Medicare Advantage plan that's ending?
There are often changes and adjustments each year to Medicare Advantage plans. Do not panic. If you need to make a change or would like a review, give me a call and together we'll review your options.
And how much is the review?
No cost. The insurance company pays me, not you.
Call 753-3376 to schedule your plan review.
Back here on this C&J Tax and Financial Services broadcast of the Buckeyes and the Bulldogs here at Nelsonville-York High School.
So the strikeout was the third out, to be clear, before we went to the break there. Just watched the throw down, and I saw the umpire make the out signal. He may have just letting him know, yeah, you would have caught him. But with fourth out, Jim made a good call. Should move it to the next inning.
Liam Kline, first pitch to Levi Snedden, a swing and a miss.
Good cut on it. A little behind.
Levi hitting to a 5-4 fielder's choice. First time up. 1-1 to count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Two the count. Levi Snedden trying to get on, get something going here in the fourth inning for the Buckeyes. Pitch, and that's fouled off.
Staying alive.
Pitch, and that's high. Full count. Liam Kline with the 3-2 pitch, and that's strike three call.
Yeah, he knew it. He just knew it a little too late. Went to pull the trigger, and ball was already in the glove.
So one down for the Buckeyes, and Landon Nunguster heads to the plate. He walked first time up. Liam Kline with the pitch, and it's high, ball one. Kline with the 1-0. And that's a shot by Nunguster. And Daniel Heitland, the center fielder for Athens, with a nice catch.
Yes, it was.
Out in right center field. So two down for the Buckeyes. And Trevor Boggs will come to the plate.
It was a good swing, a good hit from Nunguster, though.
Pitch, and that's strike one call. Oh, 1 pitch by Liam Kline. And a shot towards left field, and the catch will be made by the Bulldogs. It was Cohen Stalder out in left field for Athens. So we've played 4 innings here at Nelsonville-York. The Bulldogs lead the Buckeyes 6-0.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades, with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm Dave Loge with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville. Serving clients in Southeast Ohio, I can help you with your Medicare Advantage plan and Medicare Supplement plan questions and choices. If you're new to Medicare, or if you have questions on your current plan, give me a call. I'm here to help. 753-3376. There's no cost to you for your consultation. The insurance company pays me, not you. Give me a call today. 753-3376.
I'm with David.
And welcome back to this Buckeye baseball broadcast presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. Stevie Blair back to the mound for the Buckeyes here in the top of the fifth. Mason Sweeney will lead it off for the Bulldogs. He lined out to short and also walked. Pitch and a ground ball headed towards Zach Richardson, the second baseman. And that will be an error on Zach. So the first runner reaches base, Mason Sweeney for the Bulldogs. Frank Campbell now to the plate for the Athens Bulldogs.
And not sure what happened there. Ball didn't take any kind of bounce on him. It just kind of stopped, and when he picked it up, it didn't come up with him.
It's high, ball one. First time up, Frank Campbell in the first inning got a base hit, knocked in 2 runs. Popped out to shortstop last time up, and that's a swing and a miss. 6-0 Bulldogs here in the top of the fifth inning. Stevie Blair and the ground ball. Cam Sullivan. And the ball gets away, heads to right field, and the runners will move up. So the Bulldogs runners at second and third. Cohen Stalter at the plate. Nobody out for Athens here in the fifth inning. Stevie Blair with the pitch. And a shot towards left field, and that will fall in front of the left fielder. And a run will score, and it's 7-0 Bulldogs. And Daniel Heitland will now hit.
The wheels come off a little bit here for Nelsonville-York in this top of the fifth.
First and second, nobody out, a run in. Heitland got a base hit on a single. It was a perfectly placed bunt last time. 1-0 the count. Two-0. Daniel Heitland at the plate for the Bulldogs. Stevie Blair on the mound. 2-0 pitch. And a bunt. Once again, another nice one down the third base line.
And perfect.
Everybody will be safe.
Wow. 2 perfect bunts for Heitland.
All Stevie Blair could do is hope that it rolled foul, but when it stopped rolling, it was in fair territory because he didn't have a chance to get Heitland. So the base is loaded, nobody out for Athens. Here in the fifth, they lead 7-0. Cade Short at the plate. He had an RBI single last time up. Stevie Blair with a pitch. And a shot head towards center field. Diving play by Walker Stone, but it gets by.
Man, good effort.
1 run scores, 2 run scores for Athens. The third one coming to the plate. Sullivan with a throw, and the Bulldogs score 3 times, and Cade Short heads on over to third base as that throw gets away at the plate.
What an effort, though, by Stone in center. Nearly made a spectacular catch.
Really was. As you said, he nearly had that.
He was right there.
So a double and 3 RBIs for Cade Short, and he goes on to third on the Buckeye throwaway at the plate. Cade Short over at third, nobody out. And top of the order, Luke Pirro at the plate.
Buckeyes are quickly staring at now a 10-run rule here in the 5th inning. They've got to stop the bleeding and then make sure they score in the bottom half to keep going.
It's high. Count evens at 1-1. Luke Pirro at the plate. He's 2 for 3. 2 base hits and an RBI. Stevie Blair with a pitch. And that's strike 2 call, 1-2. Pitch and a shot towards center. Walker Stone dives and he makes the catch. The run will score from third. Let's see if did he tag up. I think the Buckeyes are thinking maybe he didn't tag up.
They're going to check it.
And they said he's safe, that he did not leave early. So the Bulldogs lead 11-0. Nice catch by Walker Stone.
Yes, it was. He got to that one. He moved his 4.5 speed to a 4.4 to make that catch.
At the plate is Briar Thomas. 1 down now for Athens here in the 5th. They lead at 11-0. And that's a ball. Looks like the Bulldogs added to their lead in the softball game.
They did. I think I just saw one plated as well. And it is 15-7 in the 5th inning there.
And a line shot foul.
Just foul.
Briar Thomas. One the count. Stevie Blair with a pitch. And a ground ball. Cam Sullivan throws to first. And that'll be an out. 2 down now for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Arocho at the plate now for Athens. Blair with a pitch, and that's fouled off at the plate. 2 down, nobody on for the Bulldogs, but they lead at 11-0. That's high. 1-1 to count to Isaiah Arocho. Bulldogs have scored 5 times here in the 5th. That's high. 2-1 to count. And that's high. 3-1. A 3-1 pitch.
Oof.
And that's ball 4. And Isaiah Arocho draws the walk and heads on down to first.
Didn't miss by much, but it did miss, and it's a good eye by the batter there. Rocha did a nice work.
David Sharp will hit, the cleanup hitter for Athens. Pitch is a ball. David Sharp 1 for 2. And he also has a walk and an RBI.
He's a tough out.
And that's popped up towards center field. Walker Stone under it. Makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs. But they score 5 times here in the 5th inning. They now lead 11-0 as we head to the home half of the 5th. The Buckeyes need to score 2 runs to keep this game going.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades, with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm with David Loge of Loge Insurance based in Nelsonville. Dave, can you help with Medicare Advantage plans or Medicare Supplement plans?
Yes, I can. We can meet at my office, over the phone, and if needed, I can come to you. I'm local and live in the area that I serve.
How much do you charge for a consultation?
No cost to you. The insurance company pays me, not you. Together, we will review your needs and options available to you.
Back here at Nelsonville-York on this C&J Tax and Financial Services broadcast of the Buckeyes and the Bulldogs. New pitcher on the mound for Athens, it's Luke Pirro.
He'll try to close it out. Keep the Buckeyes from scoring those 2 runs they need to keep playing.
Zach Richardson will lead it off for the Buckeyes and back to the top of the order. After that, again, the Buckeyes need to score 2 times at least here in the 5th to keep the game going.
And they were really doing well until that last inning. All those 5 runs score on that. I'm not sure how many of those were even earned. A lot of misplays in the field there. Did have a great catch from Walker Stone. He almost made 2 great catches. But nonetheless, Bulldogs now find themselves with an 11-0 lead, and Nelsonville-York trying to earn the right to keep playing.
Pitch is high, ball 1. And a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman fields it, throws to first, and that's 1 out. That was Briar Thomas at second base, fielding that ball for Athens. Delivered it on to Mason Sweeney. One down for the Buckeyes here in the fifth. Stevie Blair will now hit. Stevie hit a shot last time up, but a nice play by Mason Sweeney, first baseman for Athens, to field it and get the out. 2-0 the count to Stevie Blair. Again, Luke Pirro on the mound for Athens, relieving Liam Kline. And that's low. 3-0 the count. To Stevie Blair, and that's a strike. Of course, this one has to be right down the middle. This 3-1.
They need runners. It was not.
Ball 4, Steve Blair with the walk. Walker Stone to the plate for the Buckeyes. Pirro with the pitch, and that's a strike. Oh, 1 to Walker Stone, and that's fouled out of play behind this home plate. 0-2. Pitch. That's outside. 1-2.
Good eye.
He took something off of that one, but a little bit outside, I believe. One, two. And that's strike 3 call. So the Buckeyes down to their last out.
Yeah, great placement on that pitch. It looked like it went right at the knees on the outside corner.
Jackson Woolham at the plate for the Buckeyes. He walked last time up. It's outside, ball 1.
In the softball game, it looks like Athens has put a couple more runs up. They now lead 17-7 in the 6th inning. Looks like it is the top of the 6th there. Nice
and that's
pitch.
a strike. Jackson Woolham at the plate for the Buckeyes. Trying to keep this game alive for Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes down to their final out. 2 down, runner at first. And that strike 2 call.
Looked a bit high there, but honestly, it's been a high strike zone pretty much the whole game, both sides.
So the Buckeyes down to their last strike. 0-2 count on Jackson Woolham. Pirro with the pitch, and that's fouled off. Jackson Woolham hangs in there. To the count. Pirro with the delivery. And that strike 3 call. And that'll do it. The Bulldogs have defeated the Buckeyes 11-0 in 5 innings here at Nelsonville-York High School.
Take a quick break, and on the other side, bring you the post-game show presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services and Fred Wolfe Automotive.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm with Dave Loge of Loge Insurance here in Nelsonville. And Dave, is there a Medicare Advantage plan that's ending?
There are often changes and adjustments each year to Medicare Advantage plans. Do not panic. If you need to make a change or would like a review, give me a call and together we'll review your options.
And how much is the review?
No cost. The insurance company pays me, not you.
Call 753-3376 to schedule your plan review.
Back here at Nelsonville-York on this CNJ Tax and Financial Services broadcast. Again, the Bulldogs defeat the Buckeyes 11-0.
Yeah, Nelsonville-York was competitive with them, as far as holding them in check until, the fifth inning, the wheels kind of came off there. There was a number of untimely errors in the field, and that just kind of did it, and Athens took full advantage and scored 5 runs in that frame alone after scoring 6 in the first 4. And Stevie Blair, I think, again, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know if any of those 5 runs would have been earned runs. But nonetheless, Athens did what they needed to do. They took care of business there. Nelsonville-York kind of just fell apart there a bit, and they're going to have to regroup because they came off a great game before this where they were competitive throughout, and then this one competitive for the most part. And it was tough to get things going offensively for them, but I thought on defense they were doing pretty well until that 5th inning.
It's time for our Players of the Game, which is sponsored by C&J Tax and Financial Services and Fred Wolfe Automotive. Our Player of the Game for the Athens Bulldogs, we're going with Cade Short. He was 2 for 3 at the plate. He had a single and an RBI, and then he had that big double and 3 RBIs in the 5th inning when the Bulldogs added those extra runs, and Walker Stone nearly made a sensational catch on it, but it did hit the ground and go on by.
Yeah, he almost had that, and Stone did come back and get one. That was nice, a great play in the field, but that one got by just barely.
Getting Cade Short, he was 2 for 3, and he had a double, single, and 4 RBIs.
Great game.
Buckeyes only had a couple hits themselves. At least that's what I had them for. Cam Sullivan had a base hit, and also for the Buckeyes, Peyton Hivner had a base hit. And we're going player of the game. We're going with Walker Stone. He had a walk offensively, but defensively, Walker Stone covers a lot of ground out in center field, and he almost made that sensational play. And then he did make
a sensational
play out in center field.
And I believe he scored one of those. Don't remember. He didn't score, right? Yeah, he didn't score. He got to third, I believe, before getting left out there. So, just good job defensively out there, and he can make up for a lot of mistakes when you can patrol center field the way he does.
Again, Athens defeats the Buckeyes 11-0 in 5 innings. Buckeyes still looking for their first win of the season.
And we'll see when they can get that, hopefully sooner rather than later. Our next broadcast will be on Wednesday. Softball games on Wednesday and Thursday this week. We'll have both of those. Wednesday, the Buckeyes will welcome the Trimble Tomcats up to the softball field. And Thursday, they'll host Amanda Clear Creek. We'll have both of those streaming for you here on the Nelsonville Media Company. Jim, take us home.
All righty. The Bulldogs with the win, they are 8-6 overall and 6-1 in the Ohio Division of the TVC. They'll at least remain in a first-place tie with the Wellston Golden Rockets. Again, the Bulldogs come into Nelsonville-York. They defeat the Buckeyes in 5 innings, 11-0. For Luke Duncan on camera and our director, Joe Higgins, this is Jim McCumber saying, so long, everybody.